Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the esophagus, TS of esophagus from BSc third year class, paper 2nd, Mammalian Histology. Esophagus is a muscular tube through which food is carried from the pharynx to esophagus. This esophagus is muscular tube carries food from pharynx to stomach, and this esophagus also has to accommodate a wide variety of food and drink. At the junction with the stomach there is sphincter wall is present, and this sphincter wall prevent regurgitation of food particles at the junction of stomach and esophagus. Here sphincter wall is present, and this sphincter wall prevents regurgitation of food particles. This esophagus divided into main three regions. First, cervical esophagus, second, thoracic esophagus, and third, abdominal esophagus. This esophagus shows irregular shaped lumen, and in this lumen small folding is present. In this tube small folding is present. This lumen is irregular shaped, and when there is no food in esophagus, this results because contraction of inner layer of Muscularis externa. The histologically esophagus is divided into 4 layers. First layer is mucosa, second submucosa, third one is Muscularis externa, and fourth one is Tunica, adventitia. Let us see TS of esophagus having 4 layers are present. Shows 4 layers. First, mucosa. This mucosa layer is innermost layer lined with stratified squamous epithelium. Food is often rough and passes with great speed. Therefore, mucosa layer consists of protective stratified epithelium. It prevents erosion of stratified squamous epithelium, and in the animal which swallows rough vegetables food, the mucosa layer is keratinized and prevents erosion is prevented. But in some animals, in man and other mammals, these esophagus epithelial mucosa layer is not cornified, and some animals this mucosa layer is cornified. Next layer, that is lamina propria layer present in the mucosa layer. These lamina propria layers contains lymphatic capillaries, blood capillaries, and loose connective tissue. These lamina propria also contains collagen and elastic fibers that are separately distributed in the lamina propria layer. In the anterior and posterior region of esophagus, there are tubular glands is present in the lamina propria region. In this lamina propria region, the tubular gland, that is mucus gland, present in the lamina propria region. These glands are called as esophageal cardiac glands. This tubular gland is called as esophageal cardiac gland, and this gland is similar to the cardiac gland present in the stomach. This esophageal cardiac gland is similar to the cardiac glands present in stomach. Their duct passes through the epithelium and open at the lumen. Their duct passes through the epithelium and open into the lumen, and they at certain places the papillae of lamina propria projects into the epithelium. In this epithelium mucosa layer, here stratified squamous epithelial cells are present, and in from lamina propria region finger-like projection, that is papillae, are extended in the epithelial layers. This next layer is muscularis mucosa. These again divided into two parts, the lamina propria and muscularis mucosa. This muscularis mucosa is thin double layer of smooth muscle fibers arranged in longitudinally. It is thicker in the esophagus than remaining digestive tract. This muscularis mucosa is thicker in the esophagus than the other digestive tubes parts. Next layer is submucosa layer. In this diagram, this shows submucosa layer. This submucosa layer is highly vascular and contains loose connective tissue, as well as the glands are present in this submucosa layer, and these submucosal glands that secretes mucus, and this mucus help to passage of swallowed food. Then submucosa layer, here submucosal glands present, and these glands secretes mucus. This mucus helps to easy passage of swallowed food material towards the stomach region. Next layer is muscularis externa. Next layer is muscularis externa. This muscularis externa layer is thin layer, and it consists of circular and outer longitudinal muscle fibers in upper 1/3 part. In this muscularis layer, upper 1/3 part mainly contains stratified muscle layer, and legs below this lower layer 1/3 parts contains smooth muscle fibers, and in middle region 1/3 part contains two types of muscle fibers, smooth and striated muscle fibers are present. Next layer is Tunica adventitia layer. This Tunica adventitia layer composed of loose fibrous tissue that connects the esophagus with neighboring structure. This esophageal surrounds by dense fibrous tissue that forms the adventitia and adventitia coat for the esophagus. The lower part of esophagus has covering of peritoneum. Next point is distinguishing features of esophagus. This esophagus differ from other alimentary canal organs with special distinguishing features. First, this mucosa layer shows foldings. This mucosa layer is folded. Second, mucosa layer is lined by stratified squamous epithelium. Lamina propria forms generally papillae in the epithelium. Esophageal cardiac glands are present in the lamina propria region. Esophageal glands also present in submucosa layer and adventitia. This tunica adventitia is outermost layer present in the esophagus. Functions of esophagus. Esophagus mainly conducts food from pharynx to the stomach region. Thank you.